Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. This is Cozy Witchling and today we are going to be taking a look at Spirit's advice on your career and finances. So this could be guidance for your career that you have in the moment or what your future career path should be. We have 4 groups to choose from today. We have Group 1 with the traditional Manga Tarot, Group 2 with the Manga Tarot, Group 3 with the Kawaii Tarot, and Group 4 with the Dreaming Cat Tarot. So take a look at these groups to see which one is calling out for you. And once you are ready, you can go down to the description for the timestamps and I will see you there. Bye! Hi Group 1s! If you have chosen the Mystical Manga Tarot, this is going to be a reading of Spirit's advice for your career and finances. So I actually said the name of this deck wrongly in the intro. So this is the Mystical Manga Tarot. And this is actually like one of the tarot decks that I brought with me when I came over to America. So I'm from Singapore and I came over to America, and this is like one of the decks that I put in my luggage. So yeah, she's been with me for a good while. So I'm just going to do a few quick shuffles with this deck. And we're going to be starting out with the tarot cards just to see, you know, general like messages for your career and finances from Spirit. And then we're going to be taking a look into the oracle cards to see what other messages Spirit has for you. So let's shuffle these real quick. Okay. Alright, so Spirit, what advice or messages do you have for Group 1s? So you have the 3 of Wands, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Alright, what else do you have, Spirit? What messages do you have for Group 1 with regard to their career and finances? What messages do you have? Let's see. Can we have 2 more cards? Okay. You have the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, and can we get some clarifiers? Can we get a clarifier for the 3 of Wands, please? You have the 10 of Swords clarifying the 3 of Wands. I'm gonna push it up a little bit. Okay, and then can we please get a clarifier for the 9 of Pentacles? You have the Hanged Man. Okay. Can we please get a clarifier for the 7 of Swords? Please clarify the 7 of Swords. You have the 7 of Pentacles, clarifying the 7 of Swords. And can you please clarify the 3 of Pentacles? This card, the Fool. Okay. Okay, Group 1s. So let's get right into your reading. And we are going to be just, I guess, talking about the messages that came through with the tarot cards. So from all these cards that came out, I feel like if you guys are already in a career path, so like let's say you have a job that you've been with for a while, or maybe you just kind of started, or if you haven't found a career yet, then you could possibly be in your studies, like working towards getting a job, but you're almost done with your studies. Maybe you're close to graduating and you're about to step into, like, you know, the working world. But from what I'm seeing is that you have had put in like quite a bit of effort towards working, working towards your career. And I think the journey that you have taken towards it wasn't really like an easy one. I think you had a lot of it could have been very stressful. There could have been a lot on your mind and on your plate. But the good thing is, I think right now you are in this moment of rest, where you are actually able to take a look at the journey ahead of you, as well as what you have already worked so far, like what you have worked on so far. So in this moment, it is very important for you to reflect back on the actions that you've taken, and the decisions that led you to this point in time, and to see what works for you and what doesn't. I think if you were to take a look at all the effort that you've put in so far, for example, like with the Hangman clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like if you were to see things from a different perspective, if you were to just like you've put in the effort. For example, if you've worked on a project and you've submitted the project and now you're just waiting for your manager or whoever to just review it and come back to you with the feedback, it could be very, very scary because you don't really know what's going to happen. You just know that you have put in the effort to work on it, to build on it, and the fruits of your labor. And anything that happens afterwards, how other people perceive it, is really, really out of your control. Like there's really nothing more you can do once you've hit submit. And what Spirit is telling me is that you need to take a look at the effort that you've put in, also the things that you've learned along this journey, and from switching the perspective from being anxious about what the results could be to just being grateful for the things that you've learned along the way, is going to help you tremendously on this career path. So instead of being anxious, just to maybe take a list, or maybe like it will be a good time to just update your resume, even if you are not currently looking for a job. So like whenever you're done learning something new, a new skill set, or producing something new, it's easy to just go into your resume and just add that in, because the more you make things, the harder it's going to be to remember all of that whenever, like, let's say you're trying to find a new job in the future, to remember everything that you've done in the past few, like 1 or 2 years, and to write it down. So like the moment you're done with a certain project or certain task or a certain accomplishment, to just put it in your resume or keep it somewhere, like write it down somewhere, so that it's easier for you to refer back to and to like add that into your resume in the future. And I think what Spirit is also showing is that the effort and the work that you have put in, I think if you were on a team, you didn't really get much of a help, if I'm being honest, with your work. But the thing is, your higher-ups and your supervisor, they kind of see it. They see that, like, they see who have been putting in the effort. They see who have been working hard. They see that, if you have been the one that's working hard, that they notice you. They notice the effort that you've put in. And I feel like with the, I guess, moving on from this latest project or latest like event in your career path that just passed, you are going to go into a new venture with the Fool, like a new project. You're going to start something new, but this time round you're going to have a good team and like good people working with you, so that you don't have to carry the burden or the main like workload of the job by yourself. Like you would be able to have support from your colleagues or your team or your manager. You could also be sort of promoted or put into more of a leadership position where they're letting you lead the project. Like I see you as this lady over here who is guiding everybody else. Like they're kind of on equal standing because they're working on the same project together, but she is also sort of telling them like what her opinions are. I feel like if you didn't get a chance to speak up or add in your own flair or your own opinion to the work, that you would be able to do that in this new project, in this new career path that you're going towards. And to remember that all the effort that you've put in so far and everything that you've learned so far in the previous line of work, no matter how tiring it might have been and how exhausting it might have been, all these are working for your benefit. Like you are gaining so much knowledge and you're building towards the skill set that is going to come in very useful for your future going forward in your career. So this new path that you're taking on is going to be a lot easier and it's going to work out a lot better for you than the one that you've already been on. And usually when that happens, right, like you'll be able to find better work-life balance. If you felt like because of how much work like you've been doing, you haven't had a time to take care of yourself or treat yourself a little bit, Spirit is telling me that the chances and the opportunities are coming. Like the future projects that you're going to work on is not going to be as exhausting as the ones that you did before. No matter what was making it difficult, you're going to get more support and you're going to be able to keep going. If you are thinking of switching jobs, that it could also be a good new beginning. If you find a job that you feel resonates with you better, that involves more teamwork, more collaboration, you're not going to be like, they're not going to put all the workload and all the burden on you, that Spirit is saying it is okay for you to venture into this new path, into this new career, and take in all the learning points that you have received from the previous job. Be grateful about it, and then step into the new future with full faith that you are going to be very supported by the people around you. So that is the messages from the tarot cards, and now we are going to look into your oracle cards to see what other messages Spirit has for you. So first, you have the Crow. So I feel like with the Crow, it is also like air energy. So significant signs would be Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra could be a significant sign for you. But with this Crow, I feel like you see how the crow has this like colorful rainbow like cosmic egg looking thingy that is holding on to, and this is showing me that you actually have so much knowledge and power and skill in your grasp. Like the crow is also a very mystical and like a magical creature, and it is a symbol of knowing the unknown, finding new discoveries. It is about like realizing new things. And I feel that with the knowledge that you have gained from your career and from your experiences, you are ready to use this knowledge to venture into the unknown, to bring forth something that is going to be of value to the new project or the new place that you are going to be in. And with the Crow card, it is also like one of the advice that it has is to bring things into balance, is to remember that life is about like really just, it's not just work all the time. It's not just learning things for the sake of career all the time. Like to bring things into balance by doing more self-love and self-care, by having good friends around you, and possibly also like, you know, doing some like self-reflection and self-studies to gain more knowledge towards your future. And then you also have the vulture, which is also another air sign. So same thing, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And with the vulture, I think like people don't realize like okay, so for me growing up, we watched like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and you know, when the vultures were like feasting on the witch, like it's always a very scary sign. It's like it kind of reminds me of death, but death itself is also not a scary card because death talks about renewal, rebirth. And for vultures, they're kind of very important to the ecosystem of the world because they, you know, eat the carcasses and stuff. And I feel like they help to prevent diseases that could spread from just having carcasses lying around. So we need vultures in our ecosystem. And from the way that these two animals are looking at the tarot cards, I feel like the vulture is your energy from the past. Like you are looking back towards your past about how you have to like deal with all the BS. You had to basically do things that people didn't want to do. You had to like do the dirty work per se because no one else wants to do it. It's too tiring and you had to do that. And that's the vulture energy. Like you were doing things that like people didn't want to do at all, and you sucked it up and you did it anyway. And you should be really proud of being able to have this kind of mindset and this kind of ability to do things that people normally wouldn't want to do. And then with the crow, it's looking towards the future of how, with everything that you've done and with all the difficulties that you've just like told yourself to just keep going and to get through, you've become such a stronger, wiser person that now you're able to take in all the lessons that you've learned and to further yourself even more and to realize what is important towards your career. It's not just about making money, it's not just about the hustle, but it's all about balancing and owning your skills and just like remembering that even though it might feel like you're alone sometimes, especially when you're working, that you have family and friends who love you and who wants to guide you. And you have like, actually, if you were to look for help or ask for help, that you would be able to find help and that you don't have to do it all by yourself in the future. And then you also have the Virgo card. And with the Virgo, I'm getting this message that like Virgos are very perfectionist. You know, like the Virgo energy is very self-critical. And what Spirit is saying is that you need to realize, like when you're doing like self-reflection and self-evaluation for the things that you've gone through, to realize like what kind of thoughts in your mind are helpful for you and what is detrimental for you. Like sometimes we can be very, very critical on ourselves and not even realize it. So it is important to see like what mindset you're having that is going to help you towards your future versus what is going to just give you like anxiety and just tire you out. So yeah. So it is also important when you're doing self-reflection during this little like time in between before you start a new project or a new career to shed away the layers that are not serving your highest good. Like the layers of thoughts that you have about yourself that is not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. Like don't be overcritical about yourself. You don't have to make everything perfectly the first time round. Like we are here to learn, and with every mistake then or every like learning point, the new venture that you go into is going to be a lot stronger and a lot better. And then the next card you have Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So if you're worried about like monetary, like if the money is going to come in and things like that, that Spirit is saying, don't worry about it. You will be rewarded for the work that you've put in. Just have faith that abundance will come to you. Like, I do see pentacles in your reading. You have the Virgo, which is an earth sign, which is also related to pentacles. So like, I think definitely you will be supported financially, and the career, possibly the career that you might be going into in the future, is going to bring about more abundance, or the project is going to bring about more abundance. Or it could also be that whatever work that you've done before, people are noticing it, and because of that, you might get some promotion. So just to have faith, because if you're already in this mindset of like, oh, this is so hard and this is never going to work out for me, then it's more difficult for Spirit to bring in the abundance into your life. So continue to have faith. And then with the Guardian Angel Tarot, you have out with the old, in with the new. Heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. Often, this is because you're not happy and feel a lack of purpose in your life. This is a wake-up call to make changes that match your heart's desire and spiritual truth. So, another sign, if you were thinking of switching paths, switching careers, that this is a sign from Spirit giving you the green light to just, go ahead. It is also like the full energy, the vulture energy, like of renewal. And by taking this courage, you will be put into a job or a path that is more in alignment with you, and that path is also going to bring about abundance. So if you are working right now in a place where you feel so drained that you don't have time for yourself, that Spirit is saying it's okay to look for a new path. It's okay to let go of what's not serving you, because this new path is opening up for you. This is the time right now. So yeah, but one thing that's coming to my mind is also like to do it sort of responsibly, right? So not to just quit your job before you find another one, or before you even start on your job search. Like, make sure that you are sort of prepared, even if you don't have a job that is ready, to have some savings put aside, so that if the job search were to take a little longer, that you'll be able to just go with the flow and not to be stressed out about it. So that's important, because we are in a time in our economy where job searching is a little harder to do. So just make sure that you're prepared before you do anything. You also have Casket. So someone is going out of your life, or the end of a situation. So once again, I think you are definitely leaving either an old workplace, something that doesn't work for you and serve you anymore. It could also be like old mindsets that you're leaving behind. And yeah, it's just the end of this situation where everything was so stressful and there was so much workload on your shoulder. You also have Cain. Pay attention to your health. So I think with this card, it's basically just telling you to, I guess, find something that is more in balance, like not just work so hard that you neglect like your meals and like going out and like taking walks or just doing small exercises. Sometimes like you have to focus on your health, because when you're in tip-top condition and when your health is good, you are able to do more. And like you might have two of the same workload, but when you're in like a better, healthier body and mindset, like the workload might not be as heavy and as much as if you were not in a good mindset, if that makes sense. And then lastly, I asked Spirit to show us a significant month that is going to be important to you, and it says February. So depending on whenever you are coming across this video, February could be important and significant. Right now I'm filming this in April, so I know that February just passed. So it could be that maybe this new opportunity is going to come about in February. And if that's the case, that like have faith that something better is going to come, and take as many lessons as you can from the current situation that you're in, and be grateful about it, because that is going to open the doors for this new opportunity. Or it could also be that the domino or the change started happening for you in February, and it has set things in motion, and this new opportunity is going to come about soon. Also, February is number 2 because it's a second month, so it could also be that the change is going to come about in 2 months. But yeah, so that is all the reading that I have for you, group number 1. I hope you have found this reading helpful, and thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. If you liked it, you can leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Bye! Hi friends! If you have chosen the traditional manga tarot, this is going to be your reading all about Spirit's advice on your career and finances. So I actually I said the wrong, you have the 8 of Wands. That's the first card I saw. So new blessings coming into you at great speeds. But I was gonna say, I said the name of this deck wrongly at the intro. This is the traditional manga tarot if you're interested in getting it. Oops. So let's just give these bad boys a little shuffle, and we'll go right into your reading. Okay, so with the, oh my gosh, it's not shuffling well. Okay, let me try again. Sometimes when the cards are like really stiff, I find it difficult to shuffle. I'm not that skilled at doing the shuffles yet, but I'm practicing. Alright, Spirit. Okay, that was perfect. Okay, so we are going to take a look at Spirit's career and finances advice for you, group number 2s. So Spirit, what messages do you have for group 2s? So you have the 6 of Pentacles. Put it here. You also have the 7 of Cups. Okay. Okay, what other, this one wanted to come out. You have Justice. And one more card, Spirit. Ooh, that's too many. Alright, one more card, Spirit. What message, advice do you have for group number 2s with regards to their career? Okay. I'm seeing a theme already, but yeah, let's do one more card just to have 4. Okay. You have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Alright, and now we're going to get clarifiers for these cards. So Spirit, can you please clarify the 6 of Pentacles? The Moon. Okay. Could you please clarify the 7 of Cups? Can you please clarify the 7 of Cups? You have the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords actually came out for group number 1 as well. So if you are drawn to group number 1, it could be, yeah, you might want to watch that group. But it could also just be that everyone is kind of stressed out right now and they have so much on their shoulder. For Justice, you have the Page of Cups. Okay. And can we get a clarifier for the Knight of Cups? You have the Tower. Okay. All right, group 2. So let's see what your message is all about. Okay, so what I am getting is that there is definitely some kind of balancing act that is going on in your life. I'm also seeing a lot of cups. So I feel like in your career path, I think recently, if you haven't, been doing this for, if it hasn't been like a long time that you've been doing this, I think recently you have been going more into your emotion to make decisions. So like, we can either make decisions from our logical mind or our emotional mind. And I think you have been more like in touch with your emotions to make decisions for your career path. And I think it could have been because of like a tower moment that happened recently in your career. This tower is definitely something that has already happened, or you can see it like coming in. Like you can feel the shift in the energy, or how like something just feels a little off and you feel like okay, like there might be a change coming. But so with this Tower card, I feel that what's actually happening is that this tower crumbling is making a pathway for the Knight of Cups to come in with this offer of love and emotion. And from what I'm seeing, I think because of how much of a fair person you are, group number 2, I feel like you try to make everything be fair for everybody. Like you're not just going to be selfish and throw people under the bus, or be selfish and only care about your own well-being. Like, because you try to balance maybe your work life, your social life, your family life, that like people want to support you for all the tough times that you are going to go through or you have gone through. And the people are coming in with possibly maybe new job offers or new opportunities for you, because of the burden that you had to carry, or more of like because of the stress that has been on your mind, and people noticing that, like they want to be there for you to like rely on. Like they want you to rely. Sorry, I'm like zoning out a little bit. Okay, so the people around you want you to rely on them for support if you ever need to. But I think at this moment, you are also caught up in a lot of like choices that you might be overthinking it a little bit and stressing yourself out as well. Yeah. And like with the Moon and Six of Pentacles, I feel like you are intuitively doing like all these things of like, being fair and treating people fairly. It's not because you have some like crazy end goal in mind or you have like ulterior motives. It's just more of like, you just feel like, okay, this is what I need to do. I don't know why. Even if this person wasn't really like nice to me to just treat them fairly and justly and respectfully as a human being. It's just that my intuition is calling me to treat them a certain way. With you guys, I also feel like you're getting a lot of help in your career from like your friends and family. Like with all the cups, I feel, these are emotional cards, right? And the people that we are tied to emotionally, our friends, family, like they're the ones that are coming in and bringing you this offer. They're the ones, like, because of your relationship with them and because of how much you care about them, they are the people that are opening up the new doors for you and the new pathways for you. Group number 2. Yeah. What else am I seeing? Yeah, I just feel like there's like new surprises, new offers coming in that is going to be emotionally fulfilling for you in your career path as well. So that you could be like sort of stuck in a decision right now. But I think, okay, so if you don't know what path you're supposed to take as well, Spirit is saying to follow the path that is going to bring you the most emotional fulfillment. Like the path that's going to make you the most happy, or yeah, like it's going to support the thing that you care about the most. Like if you care about being able to hang out with your friends, then choose the path that is going to open up free time for you so that you can go, out for drinks with your friends on Friday nights or stuff like that. Or if you care a lot about family, then choose the path that is going to keep you closer to where your family is so that you can visit them more often. Okay, so now we are going to go into your oracle cards to see what other messages Spirit has for you. So with the animal spirit card, you have the octopus, and with this octopus, I kind of feel like you could very easily be tangled up in other people. Or I actually feel like, okay, so how like octopus has 8 hands, tentacles, basically you could hold on to many things, or you could be a very social person where you have many connections. Like you have like maybe 8 group of people that you want to hang out with. And yeah, like the octopus is giving me that vibe where there's a lot of things that you want to hold on to, and you don't want to really let go of any of them because you can hold on to all of them, right? So maybe that's why you're having a hard time making a decision as to what's the good path for you to take, because you don't really want to like let go of anything. And that's why Spirit is saying like, yeah, these things are important to you, so find a path or choose the option that is going to bring you the most emotional fulfillment. Maybe you're not able to hold on to all the 8 things, and that's fine, but like if you can hold on to 4 or 5, that's still great. Like you have to make some compromises, but make sure you're choosing the one that is going to give you the most emotional fulfillment, and not to just like pick maybe like the path that is going to bring you the most money if money is not what you care about. With the octopus as well, you see how his head is glowing. I feel like you have like a lot of wisdom inside of you, that you can trust your own judgment and that you will be able to make your own decision. You don't need anyone else telling you what to do because you know what's best for you. You might also be very giving, and so giving to the point where you could also be lacking some healthy boundaries. So take a look at all the connections that you have, everything that you're tied to, and ask yourself if that relationship or that connection is draining you or making you feel better or helping you thrive. And like, I know as hard as it might be to cut some connections off, it is important that you choose to keep the connections that serves you, or like that helps you grow, that is beneficial for both parties, and not only beneficial for them and like completely draining and exhausting you. So you need to do some discernment when it comes to your relationship as well. And I think once you cut down on some things that are like weighing you down, and that are, just like not the best for you, you would be able to lighten your workload, and it will help you a lot in your career path as well. You also have with your astrology card house 7, and this is the house about profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. So I feel like group number 2, you guys are people who care a lot about your interpersonal relationships, and that is completely okay. Like, it is fine if that's your priority, but just to make sure that you're also taking care of you. And if you needed any help on like the career path that you have to choose, maybe something that has to do with family, like, so either working with families, or if you have like a family business, to go into that path, or maybe if it's a job that is introduced by your parents or your friends or your brother and sister, to consider those options, because I feel like anything that has to do with your family and your friends and your relationship is what is going to sort of guide you, or what is going to be the best option for you, group number 2s. And then you have, for angel messages, you have a Seraphina. I'm the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. So what did I say about you guys and having like really deep connection with families? I think family play a very important role in your life. And I feel like you might be receiving a new idea or a new career path, or a new option through your family is coming into your life. You also have Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So whatever that you've been holding on to that might not have been the best thing for you, for your highest good, like, that is going out of your life now. Like this 10 of Swords energy that's been weighing you down, that's going out of your life. The Tower going out of your life. You are walking into a brighter future where not everything is going to be as difficult as it once was. It's going to be a lot easier for you, and you got this. Like, you are being guided and protected, and you are being supported by your loved ones, and also your loved ones that might have passed on, or your spiritual team. And then from the Guardian Angel Tarot, you guys have the 8 of Abundance. This is a time of learning and owning your skills. You may feel inspired to go back to school, take seminars on topics that fascinate you, or educate yourself on the healing arts. This is a good time to change jobs or make a career move. The key to success is in the details. Monitor your projects carefully. So if you feel like you've been wanting to go back to school, or maybe like, okay, when it comes to like family business, right? You can't just step in and be, even though your family runs it, you can't really like know the ins and outs of everything that goes into your family business. So if you want to maybe go into that position, that it is a good time for you to make that move and to learn all the skills that you would need to have in order to operate it well. But let's say if it's not a family business, if it's a new career path, to like put in the effort to actually really learn everything that is going to be involved in this path, that is going to help you in the future, to build on sort of the skill sets required to really prosper and work well in this new bright future that's coming for you. You also have, from the tea leaf fortune cards, you have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So you're being told to get out there, meet new people. If your friends are like, hey, I want you to meet this person, and you know, just like for a coffee, but they're pretty cool, like to just be open to those kind of opportunities, because I think this new offer or new career path that's coming towards you is going to be through somebody. You know how like sometimes you find jobs but you find it through yourself, like on the internet? I feel like the offer that's coming in for you that is going to be helpful is going to come from your connections and the people around you. So just like keep your eye open for that. You also have tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. So I really think that while you are out like drinking or having fun, or you know, just like hanging out with friends and family, is when this opportunity is going to come about. So like get out of your head, don't think so much, don't worry so much, because what is right for you will always enter your life at the right moment. You know, like you just have that mindset that anything that's meant to be yours will come about in divine timing, and there's no point worrying and panicking about anything. Like what's right for you will always be yours, and you already have it. Okay, and then I also asked Spirit for an important month. So you have October. So the month of October could be very significant. I know it's a little while to October, so like the opportunity could be coming in October, or October is when you really see like yourself prosper. I'm also seeing with October and octopus, number 8 could be significant. So it could also be in 8 days that you're meeting this person that's going to like bring about all these blessings, or 8 weeks, you know. So yeah, that is all the messages I have for you, group number 2s. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. If you have found this reading helpful, you can leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Bye! Hi group 3s, if you have chosen the Kawaii Tarot, this is going to be your reading for career and guidance from Spirit. Career and finances guidance from Spirit. So let's just shuffle the cards. So we're going to start off with the tarot just to see what messages Spirit has for you with regards to your career or your studies, you know, because studies are working towards a career. So yep. Also to remember that this is a general reading and it's for many people. So take what resonates with you, and if it doesn't resonate, it just means that it's for someone else. So Spirit, what messages do you have for group number 3s with regards to their career and finances? This card wants to come out. So you have 9 of Wands. Okay, let me put it here. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else do you have? What career messages do you have for group number 3s? You have the Page of Coins. Alright, Spirit, what other messages do you have for group number 3s? You have the 8 of Wands. Okay. Alright. Spirit, what other messages? What final message do you have? You have the Knight of Swords. Okay, and now we're going to be pulling clarifiers for these cards. So, Spirit, can you please clarify the 9 of Wands? Please clarify the 9 of Wands. You have Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Can you please clarify Page of Coins. You have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Can you please clarify the Eight of Wands, please, Spirit? Can you please clarify? You have the Eight of Coins, clarifying the Eight of Wands. So number 8 could be significant. And can you please clarify? Okay. The Knight of Swords, you have 2 cards clarifying it. You have the Queen of Coins and the Four of Coins. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get right into your reading. Group number 3s. So with you guys, I feel like... Okay, so the Nine of Wands energy is pretty heavy. It's standing out very significantly. But I also notice how this panda is like looking away. And what I'm seeing is that like, this is like looking into the past, right? Like something that happened, already happened in the past. This is the future. So I feel like you might have had to just carry a lot on your shoulder. Like you feel really drained right now. It could be like people just asking so much of you. But with the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Nine of Wands, you know, it could have just been, so like the Wheel of Fortune, it's about luck, right? But like it spins, so it's not always going to be, you're not always going to end up on the good fortune cards. Like sometimes life has its ups and downs, and you know, sometimes you might get not a great hand, and that's all there is. Like your stresses and the heaviness and the burdens that you have had to carry doesn't mean that like you are, that is your fault, like you're the reason to blame. No, it's just luck, you know, like it just so happened that that is the situation that you had to go through in that moment. That was the karma that you had to work through, and you've gone through it. You have dealt with whatever you need to deal with. You have learned the lessons that you came here to learn, and now the Wheel of Fortune is going to spin into a brighter future for you. And what is coming towards you is really like such a beautiful future. So you have the Page of Coins, and that is talking about apprenticeship. You're going to start on a new venture. You're going to start learning a new skill that is going to bring about like financial abundance. Like with the Eight of Wands as well, it's going to come in, like this inspiration is going to come in really fast for you. And with the Knight of Swords, like you are going to rush towards it. Like this Knight of Swords is going towards this divine inspiration that's coming down from the heavens, and that's how you're going to charge towards this inspiration. Like both these animals are looking at the Eight of Wands, and that's kind of like the energy that you're going to have once this is the divine inspiration comes in from the universe. And like you're not even going to carry this weight with you, like how people have treated you in the past or the burdens that you have to carry. Like you're going to just forget about it, and you are just focused solely on you know, pursuing this new opportunity, to building on your career. You also have with clarifiers the Queen energies of Queen of Wands and Queen of Coins, which is like really amazing. So with the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Page of Coins, not only are you going to start working on this new skill or growing this new skill, you are also going to go at it about in a very passionate way, in a way that is like you are in your power, you are confident, you know that this creativity is something that you're blessed with. Like you are radiating such confidence in this new pursuit in your career. And yeah, like with the Eight of Coins, clarifying Eight of Wands, like this new divine inspiration that's coming in, it's like, you know, the inspiration is a spark. It's not going to be like a lottery thing where you get like a whole crap ton of money like all of a sudden. No, but this spark is going to teach you how to slowly work on the skills, to just like work at it day and night, and that is going to eventually lead you to abundance, where you feel like you have gained all the skills necessary to build a stable and bright future for yourself. With like the Four of Coins and the Queen of Coins, you know, they're both like holding on to the coins that they've created. Like I just feel that you are going to be blessed financially. Like you're going to be so abundant with this new opportunity that's coming in, and like you're going to learn a lot of skills. You're going to learn how to be confident in yourself, like, you know, to stand in your own power, and that is going to help you boost like the abilities and the skills that you are required to have for this career path. And because you are such a skilled person in the thing that you're doing, that it is ultimately going to bring about really good financial abundance for you, wealth that is yours to keep, something that like people can't easily take, you know, away from you. And that is what is coming towards you in terms of your career and finances. Now we're going to go into the oracle cards to see what other messages Spirit has for you. So with the animal oracle card, you guys have Peacock, and with this card, I'm seeing that group number 3, you guys are such a beautiful soul. Like you have just this innate beauty that radiates from within. Air signs also could be significant. So people with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant people in your life. And also with the Peacock, I feel like, you know, you're such a unique person. But if you are familiar, like especially I think in Asia, people do hunt peacocks and they pluck their tail feathers just, you know, for decoration. And I feel like because you're such a pure and beautiful person, that in the past people have taken advantage of that. People have hurt you because of what a pure soul you are. And you might not have been able to set proper healthy boundaries for yourself. You might have cared too much about what people thought about you or their opinions of you. And because of that, like you weren't really in your power, you weren't really confident, you didn't really feel like you had the ability to stand on your own 2 feet and bring about like stability and financial abundance for yourself. Like because you're such a beautiful and pure soul that you are listening a little too much into what other people say to you. And like I know that, you know, we would like to think that most people have our best interest at heart, but sometimes people, they don't really mean to be bad, or they don't really mean to like tear you down, but they're not really fully aware of how their actions and their words can impact others. And you could have been a victim of mistreatment from other people. And then with the astrology card, you have Mars. So with this card, I am seeing that you need to move forward and put yourself first. Like, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to cut all these people that are just draining you, that are just using you, that, you know, after you hang out with them, you don't really feel very good. Like, you need to cut these people out of your life, because they're not going to draw those boundaries for you. Like, you have to draw those boundaries for yourself. And, you know, what I believe is that if you start putting up boundaries and that deters people, and they start to like hate you or dislike you for the boundaries that you've put up, then like they weren't really good people for you to begin with, you know? Like, boundaries, people who hate you putting up boundaries are the people who were benefiting from you having no boundaries to begin with. So don't worry about the connections that you might lose by defending yourself, by standing up for yourself, because those connections are not meant for you. They're not for your highest good. And once you are confident that moving forward, all the connections that stayed with you, even after you've put your boundaries up, like, they're going to be what's going to be good for you. So for example, in your current job, let's say you feel like you're overworked, and you tell your boss like, hey, I'm not, you know what, I'm not going to work weekends anymore because I'm not supposed to. I'm doing all this work on the weekends, so if I can't finish the work, it just means I have way too much work. You know, I do my best in the meantime, but like, if I can finish it, I can finish it, but I don't expect you to call me on the weekends, you know, giving me more stuff to do, because that's not what I signed up for. And when you start like standing up for yourself like that, one, either people are going to be like, oh, right, sorry, I didn't know that I was like pushing you too hard, you know, let me find an alternative solution that works for both of us, which, you know, is going to be beneficial for you. Or they're going to be like, nope, like, we can't have that. If you're unhappy, you can leave. So be it like option A or option B, you standing up for yourself is ultimately going to lead you down a better path. So just remember to like put up some defenses and be there and stand up for yourself. You also have an angel message from Indriel, and you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. So I feel like, yeah, that's the kind of energy that you're putting out, group number 3. Like, you're such a beautiful soul, a light worker, and as beautiful and as nice as that might be, not everyone around you is deserving of it. So I know that we should love unconditionally, blah, blah, blah. But it is also important for you guys to love yourself first, because it is not fair that you're not taking care of yourself while all these other people benefit from you having no boundaries at all. Like, they're benefiting from you suffering, and that shouldn't be the case. Yes, like, you are a light worker, you are a beautiful soul, but you really, really need to love yourself. Because if you don't value yourself, then you're going to have a harder time getting in all these blessings from the universe. Like, the blessings come in and people succeed because they believe that they are worthy of the success. But if you treat yourself poorly and you let people step all over you and you let them do whatever they want to do, then you're not showing people or the universe that you're worthy of all these great things, because you're letting yourself be treated poorly. So it is so important for you to really just stand up for yourself. And in that confidence, you are going to bring in a lot more career opportunities, a lot more learning experiences, discoveries, and abundance by being in that mindset. And now from your angel tarot, Guardian Angel tarot cards, you have 7 of action. You are being called upon to claim your personal power. Feel confident as your angels will give you the strength to say no when it's the right thing to do for yourself. Your struggle may certainly stem from an unresolved inner conflict rather than a conflict with others. Okay, also my throat is little like weird, like it's acting up, so your throat chakra could be significant. Like there could be something that you are holding back from saying. And your angels, like, same thing. Your angels are saying you have to stand up for yourself. If it feels right for you to say no, you know, just say no. Like, don't be so afraid to let people down. Like, the person that you should be worried about letting down is yourself. Like, don't let yourself down. Don't ignore that little voice in your head so much to the point where the voice just disappears. Because like I've been through that. I have ignored like that little voice in my head for so long that I don't even recognize her. Like there was a point where I didn't even recognize that voice anymore. And it took such an effort to like bring her back and to listen to her again. So be confident in your power. Like claim your personal power, group number 3. And then you also have 8 of action. There is so much going on right now that it may feel overwhelming to you, and yet it's wonderful to be so busy with the work that you love. Express gratitude for the blessings of heaven that are taking up your time, even if life feels challenging. You are asked to travel and take a flight, then do so with confidence. So yeah, so for this, I think the main thing from this message is that it's wonderful to be busy with the work that you love. It's important for you to love what you're doing, not doing it just because someone expects that of you or because you don't want to let people down. You know, like make sure that the actions that you're taking, at least like 1 or 2 things in your daily life should be something that you love doing, should be for yourself. Don't spend 24 hours of the entire day, apart from like sleeping because you have to sleep. Don't spend it doing things for other people. Like make sure you're doing things for yourself as well, group number 3. And then you have the whale card, great worry over nothing. Okay, so yeah, like don't worry about hurting people or if like people are gonna dislike you because you have your boundaries up. Like who cares? Don't worry about it. If you have, you know, if you have been thinking of cutting some connections out, but you're so worried of how they're gonna think about you and how it's gonna make them feel, don't worry about it. It means nothing. Like it is not important to you. So yes, don't worry. You also have pig, beware of greed. So this, I feel like is talking about people who are sort of greedy for you. I don't know if that makes sense, but like sort of like they're greedy for their own good and they're hurting you in the process of their greed. So beware of people who are just asking more and more and more and more of you. Like you need to set boundaries. Beware of the greedy people. No, it doesn't just mean like with like material stuff. Like some people can be completely greedy of your energy. Like when you are exhausted and you have nothing more to give and they're just like, but I really need you and I want to hang out with you for like 10 hours today. Like, no, just put yourself first, you know, because you're important. You need to take care of yourself so that like you have the energy to work on all these abundance that are coming into your life. I also asked Spirit to show us like significant months for you, and you have 2 cards that came out. You have May and September. So it could be that this whole journey of like self-discovery or like putting up boundaries could happen between these time frames, between May and September, would be when you're working on yourself. It could also be the blessings that are coming in around May to September as well. But depending on whenever you are watching this reading. So right now I'm in April, May is next month. So your blessing could be coming in 1 month time. It could also be in 5 weeks to 9 weeks, you know, like, yeah, so these are significant months. The seasons could be significant. The number of the months, 5 and 9, could be significant. But yes, this is the time frame that is going to be important for your career and finances. But other than that, that is all the reading that I have for you, group number 3s. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you guys. And if you have found this helpful, you can leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hi group 4s, if you have chosen the Dreaming Cat Tarot, this is going to be your reading all about Spirit's guidance for your career and finances. So we're going to start out with the tarot cards just to see the general guidance and messages the Spirit has for you. Also, remember that this is a general reading and it is intended for many people, so only take the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. It's probably meant for someone else watching this video. So let's do one more shuffle. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, so Spirit, what messages do you have for group number 4 with regards to the career and finances? You have the 9 of Pentacles. Actually, let me move you here. The 9 of Pentacles came up a few times already today, so I think it's very interesting. It is also a really nice card. So I think it's either you guys are drawn to multiple groups, or you guys are like, the collective is just getting a lot of like abundance right now, and that's beautiful. Okay, right. You have the Hierophant, the Magician. Actually, let me change the lighting. Okay, it got like a little too bright. So, okay, so you have the Magician, and now Spirit, can I have one more card, please? For group number 4s, what messages do you have for them with regards to their career and finances? One more card for group number 4. I love these cards. They're so pretty. You also have the 2 of Swords. And now we are going to get some clarifiers for these cards. Alrighty, so Spirit, can you please clarify the 9 of Pentacles? Can you please clarify the 9 of Pentacles, Spirit? Okay, I'll take this one. So you have the 8 of Swords. And now can you please clarify the Hierophant? Spirit, can you please clarify the Hierophant? You have the 8 of Wands. Okay. Can you please clarify the Magician, Spirit? Please clarify the Magician. Okay. You have 2 cards. So you have, let's see, the 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Okay. Alright, and Spirit, can you please clarify the 2 of Swords? You have the Ace of Wands. Alright, so group 4s, let's get right into your tarot. Okay, so let's start out with the 9 of Pentacles being clarified by the 8 of Swords. So I feel like with this, like with regards to your career, I think Okay, so you guys are on the precipice of achieving your financial dreams, or like achieving your financial or career goal. You know, if you've been working towards like a promotion or towards gaining a new skill, or yeah, like any kind of like work like that, you are about to be there. But I think right now you're not really like seeing the fruits of your labor. I think, okay, so with this card, like how the cat is unable to see what's behind her, the fruits that are growing behind her, because she's sort of like looking upwards into the, you know, like the bird that's on her head. But like, this kind of makes me feel like you're sort of stuck in your mind, and in your mind it's kind of just like, oh, I'm like so stressed out, and there's just so many things that I feel like I can't break out of my shell. You know, I feel trapped, and you're not able to see the abundance that, or the skills that you have actually like been growing, that is coming into fruition. So yeah, and I feel like with the Hierophant, like you are, so this is like a figure of authority, you know, someone that is like traditional, someone with power, someone that you sort of like look up to. It could be your boss, your teacher, whoever, right? And what's coming in towards you in your career is that you are given an option. Like you are given this blessing from the universe that comes in a form of like a key, like sort of like a new door to open, you know, a new venture that you're asked to take on. But I feel that you're not going to be the only person that is getting this opportunity. Like if you're in a work situation, it could be you and your colleague that is being asked to do like the same thing, right? And you both are like sort of working independently, but for like the same kind of project. So you're being asked, you're gonna have this opportunity to be asked to sort of prove and show what you can do with the skills that you have. And that is what is coming in towards you. So you need to, Spirit is telling me that you have to be aware of like the work that you've already done before and what you've learned from it, so that you're able to take this knowledge and apply it to this future task that is coming up for you. With the Magician as well, it's also saying that you have the tools to sort of bring whatever that you have, the ideas that you have, into fruition. You are connected to the universe, and you are like there's this abundance of information, a wealth of knowledge that is inside of you because of the Magician energies. And you need to just like believe in yourself that this is within you, and you have the ability to manifest and bring forth any kind of vision that you have in mind with regard to your career and finances. It could also be that, so with the Magician, I always think of like a creator energy. Like magicians are able to manifest and create something out of nothing, out of thin air, right? So it could be that you could be in pursuit of your own like creative career as well. Like you could be maybe like with the keys and the Hierophant, maybe you're sort of taking the keys and walking out of the door from a traditional job that you have been doing and pursuing something that is passionate with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Swords as well. Like, I think, let's say, okay, group number 4 is like if you have been in sort of like a traditional job, you know, like a 9 to 5, where you're just like doing it because everybody kind of does it and you kind of feel like you need a 9 to 5 job. But then you're gonna have this like sudden spark of creative inspiration that's going to make you feel like, oh shoot, like what do I do? Do I do my 9 to 5 or do I pursue my creative passions? What am I supposed to do? You know, like with the Magician, even though you have the ability, you have all these like tools to materialize your thoughts and your creativity, you also have some self-doubt, that like maybe like what if it's not as successful as I want it to be? Like, you know, what if it fails? But then you're also conflicted in a way that's like, you know what, like I'm still going to work towards it. I feel like I can do it. It's going to be a little journey. Like, you are currently conflicted in your own abilities to manifest this creative spark, like this creative idea that you have in your mind. Yes. But from what I'm seeing, it seems like your heart really wants to pursue this creative passion. Or let's say if it's not like to maybe start your own job or start your own like shop or something, it could be that you have this new like creative inspiration with regard to the current job that you're already in, but it's just a different approach to maybe dealing with it, or maybe a different position or a new idea that no one has ever thought of before that you really feel like you want to do, but you're afraid to like bring it up because no one has done it. So yeah, just something passionate, like something that is igniting the spark in your heart. Like, that is one of the paths that has opened up for you, and right now you're torn because you're like, I really like this, calls out to me so much and this makes me so happy, but I'm not sure if I should pursue that, you know. Like, there's already so much that I've worked in my current life, in my old life. Like, I think the effort that you've put in is also sort of tying you down and keeping you stuck, because it's hard to walk away from like all these fruits of your labor. But you have to remember that everything that you've put in, every work that you've done, every knowledge that you've gained can't be taken away from you, because the skills are inside of you. So no matter where you go, no matter what passion you pursue, no matter what venture you want to go into, all these skills are inside of you, and that is going to allow you to materialize your vision and your dreams, because everything is now a part of you. So that is for the tarot. Now we are going to look into your oracle cards to see more messages from spirit. So first you have the Sea Serpent. So this Sea Serpent is a card about being nurtured. Like, so I feel this as your passion being nurtured. Also, it reminds me of like a water sign. So water signs like Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio could be significant for you. But yeah, this is about like growing something and keeping something safe within yourself, to like nurture it. But it also could mean that you have this like beautiful like possibility and spark and talent inside of you that you're not letting out and showing to the world. Like you see how this little glowy orb, it has like so many like sparks coming out, but it's not being able to put out into the world because something is holding it, like something is protecting it so much. So I think spirit is telling you to like let your light shine. Like don't be so afraid of letting these sparks out, because it is going to help the world and it's going to bring like benefits out into the world. Yeah, you also have, so same thing like oyster, also another water sign. So yeah, significant water signs. But with the oyster as well, you see how the oyster, the shell keeps the pearl safe inside it. And like pearls come from actually just dirt that the oyster has like, you know, lodged inside the system. And then it creates a coating around that dirt that makes it into a pearl that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. So like everything that you've gone through, like, you know, all the, I guess, the hardships that you've been through is turning those learning points and like experiences into something so valuable, like the pearl inside of the oyster. But again, like I think the pearl inside of it is going to shine so brightly and so radiantly, but because the shell is like so closed up on it, that the light is barely getting through. And like you really need to just open up and let your light shine, because like I think that is what you are meant to do in this lifetime, to pursue what your heart is calling out towards. Like I think group number 4, you guys are a very passionate group. You guys have a lot that you want to achieve in this lifetime, and you really need to be confident in letting your light shine. Okay, and then you also have fire from the astrology cards, and it says confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. So the important signs for fire are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So these could be significant for you as well. But with fire, I think this is talking about this passion, to ignite that flame in your heart, that is going to get you to move towards it. That is going to get you to come out of your shell. Like be confident in your abilities, be confident in your passion, and be confident that whatever you're putting out into the world is going to be beneficial. Like the world needs whatever you're creating, and you need to be confident that whatever you have in your heart is something of a value, is something that is going to be so important for humanity. Okay, and then for the angel card, you have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? So, like if you are torn between two choices or multiple choices, to ask yourself what sets your heart ablaze. Like what makes you so passionate that you just want to get out of bed in the morning and like do whatever it is you want to do. You know, like nothing is going to be easy in this lifetime. Even if it's a job that you are so passionate about, there will be days where you're just like, ugh, I don't really want to do it. But then it'll be a lot easier to actually like tell yourself, no, I just gotta be disciplined. We just gotta do it. You know, like keep hustling and like keep on going. If it's a job that is in alignment with you, there will be like careers where you really don't want to do it and you drag yourself to go do the task or the job, or to drag yourself to work every morning, and you don't feel fulfilled by the end of it. You just feel drained, and then you come back and you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna rest, and then I have to do it all over again. Like if you feel that way, that is probably not the path for you. That is not the path that is going to bring you to your highest good. The job that is meant for you, the career, the path that is meant for you is going to be like, okay, like I'm going to have to do this. And then after you're done with it, you feel proud of the work that you've done. You feel proud that you know, got yourself up, moving, and doing it. For example, like exercising. No one wants to actually want to go exercise. Like, it takes a while to build that habit, but then once you've done it, you feel really proud about yourself. And that's how this path should be. Like, your passion should make you feel that way. It should make you feel proud. And then from the Guardian Angel tarot card, you have Nine of Emotion. This is a magical time in your life when wishes are granted and dreams come true. It may seem that good luck is following you, but actually these happy times are you just rewarding for being a loving and wonderful person. These times are just your reward for being a loving and wonderful person. Your angels are asking you to enjoy your life and have more fun. So this is the Nine of Cups in this tarot, and if you would like to, you can pause this video to make a wish. But this is just saying that whatever your heart desires, whatever you want to bring forth into your life, whatever wish that you have, it is coming true right now. So make a wish and have like a clear vision on what you would like to do, because that is going to come into fruition. And then from the tea leaf fortune cards, you have Lake, stepping into a new experience. So you could be opening doors to like new opportunities, new experiences, some things that you haven't really like gone through before. And you also have Cracked Cup, dissatisfaction with life. So if you ever feel like, okay, I kind of see the connection. So if you feel right now in this moment, you're not happy with where you're at, you're dissatisfied, that is the universe or like your emotions trying to tell you something. That, hey, maybe this isn't the right path for us. It might have been the only path that we could have taken in the past, but right now, this emotion, this satisfaction is telling you to venture into a new experience, to try something different, wish for something new, because that is going to come in, and whatever that is like not working for you anymore is going to have a chance to just, go out of your life. But you need to be open to understanding why you're dissatisfied, instead of just being like, oh, like life sucks, everything kind of suck. Just be like, okay, this feeling is telling me that I need to move towards something that lights me up, that something that fulfills me. So what is that something? To like really go inwards and think about it. And with your final card, I asked Spirit for a significant month. So you got July. It could be that during the summertime would be when this change is going to materialize and come into fruition, or just, taking a breather and enjoying life in the summer might be significant for you guys as well. But whenever you guys are watching this reading, because it is a timeless reading, so July is month number 7. So like 7 weeks from now, 7 days from now, 7 months from now could also be significant for you. But yeah, that is all the reading that I have for you guys, group number 4. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you, and I hope that you have found this reading helpful. If you did, you can leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.